Welcome to this Google Drive screencast where we're taking a look at how to store and share files. Specifically in this screencast, we're going to look at how to publish a Google Drive file. By publishing this to the web, what this does is it leaves your document as is, but when you publish a file to the web, a copy of that original item is published as a distinct, lightweight web page. So there are some uses for this. I personally don't use it that often, but I'm going to explain how you can use it here if you choose to use it and some of the differences in the way you set this up. So here I am in Google Drive. Here's my syllabus. Let's open that up as an example. So publishing a document to the web makes it a lightweight web page. How you do this is if I'm in the document, I go to File, Publish to the Web. Now, if you're in a school district or an organization or a business account, there'll be two checkboxes here. The first one says that you require viewers to sign in order to see this. If there's not a reason to do that, in this case, this is a syllabus. I don't care if parents see it or students or whoever. I don't need that checked. If it was something that had some private information in it that only people that were part of your district, students that were part of your district, staff, you could check that. Automatically republish when changes are made. So I can still come back to this Google Doc, I can still make updates, and then this checkbox just means that those updates will go to this lightweight web page when they're ready. I hit Start Publishing. Are you sure you want to publish this document? Yes, I am. You can always stop publishing later if there's a reason to do that. So when you publish to the web, this is what the settings are here, what the page looks like. You get then a link. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this. Just one click, just highlights automatically for you. I'm going to copy that. You also get an embed code, and I'll come back to that in a minute. I'll show another example here. Let's go take a look at what this looks like as a published document. So this is my Google Doc. I'm going to open a new tab, and I'm going to paste that address for the published version. The published version ends in PUB in the URL. So this is what the published version looks like. So web pages, without getting too technical, don't format the same like documents or slide presentations do. So you'll notice right here that if I jump back over to the document, I'll put these side by side for comparison. This is nicely formatted. The picture happens to be off on the right here. On a web version, if you have pictures, those tend to get a little messed up. The text, there's no margins here. The text just spans the width of the page. I had a table that actually came in okay, it looks like. Another graphic that probably is formatted a little different compared to the document. Yeah, I put the graphic there, and here it butted it over here. So why would you use this? Well, there's a few reasons. One, if you wanted people just to see whatever it was, the content you're sharing, and not be able to save it to their own Google Drive, maybe you were making a flyer for an event, this is totally a public viewable web page. So I could send this out, I could send that link out, and people would just see this. When working in a document, there can only be so many viewers of a document at a time, about 200. In the case of working in a school district, that might not ever be a big issue, and that's only at that moment in time. Only 200 could be viewing a document. So by going and publishing it as a web page, that just makes it so anyone can see it. Also, users don't see it like a document like they do here, which means if I'm a Google user, I can't save this, or I can save this document here to my folder versus here's the published. There's no Google Drive settings here. You can't save this. Another advantage is, let's do a Google slide presentation here. You can publish a slide presentation. So I'll do the same thing. I'm going to publish to the web by going to the File menu, and I'm going to click Start Publishing. One of the other advantages, specifically with slide presentations, are if you're wanting to put this slide presentation or this document on a site that is not a Google site, this is where you get the embed code. So if you're familiar with embedding objects, I want this slide presentation to sit on one of my pages of my wiki space or my Weebly site or anything like that. Most times you have to get the embed code. This is the only place that you can get the embed code from. With slide presentations, you can also choose for that embedded slide presentation how big you want it to be. You can also decide if you want the slides to advance every so many seconds. So you can set all that in here and choose to start the slideshow as soon as the player loads or restart after the last slide. And that all builds itself into the embed code. So publishing to the web gives you the advantage of showing off something to a mass audience if you need to. Also getting an embed code if you need to embed that object on another site. Again, not a feature that I use very often. You don't have to publish every file. This is just another option for getting the content in front of the eyeballs of your audience. Also, if you have more questions on this, when you go to File, Publish to the Web, right here, there is the stop publishing. So if I wanted to stop publishing this for whatever reason, that link that was active is now inactive. You can also go to this learn more right here, and this takes you to Google's help area where they explain publishing a lot more. Just an option if you need it. Thanks for watching.